welcome back to Emmy Lou Books. So this month I finished season 9 part 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer the comic, and if you're not familiar with this, it's absolutely amazing. It's basically just a continuation from Buffy the Vampire Slayer the TV show. It sort of starts directly after season 7 ends, and it's really good. I finished this month, and I just thought it would be a really good opportunity to talk about all things Buffy, ranging from the TV show to the comics to the books. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So for those of you who don't know, I am an absolutely massive fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was kind of a TV show that I watched when I was younger, and every time I was feeling down or my self-esteem was low, I would watch Buffy and it would just make me feel so much better. And I have so many amazing memories of going out and getting the Buffy box sets. Yes, box sets, this was a long time ago, people. And bringing them home and watching from beginning to end. I think you used to get 3 VHS videos per box set, and I would just watch the entire thing in one go. And yeah, it just made me so happy, and I still absolutely love the show. But obviously, if you are a fan, you'll know that it ended, season 7 was its last series. So obviously that was a little bit devastating. So I just want to say before I continue that if you are a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please do feel free to add me on any of the social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even just like and comment down below, because it is really hard to find like hardcore fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I do meet people that like Buffy, but are not really sort of as hardcore into it as I am. So if you are watching this and you can relate to how much I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please do let me know, because I love meeting people who love the show, and it would just be really nice to meet more people who love it as much as I do. So I am not really a person that typically reads comics. In fact, this series of Buffy is the only series that I've ever read that is a comic series, but they are just so fun. It, I believe, goes all the way up to series 10. There might even be more than that. I'm currently reading series 9, and the great thing about these comics is that they are just so fun to read. They are quite sort of big in size, but they are so easy to get through because they're so much fun. And the really amazing thing for me about these is the artwork. To just give you an example of some of the artwork that I really love, this is kind of what it's like, and it just really amazes me that somebody can draw like this. I am not an artistic person at all, and the artwork in these comics are just absolutely beautiful. So here is another example. This is from season 8, and look, it's just absolutely amazing. It just looks like someone's taken a picture. And yes, Angel is in the comics, but yeah, I just think the artwork is just absolutely phenomenal. I did actually stop reading the comics for a while, and I think part of the reason is that they are quite expensive. I couldn't tell you how much they cost in pound or euro or dollars, because obviously I'm living in Malaysia, so I'm buying everything in ringgit. But yeah, they're not cheap. But if you are a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you're curious to see how the story continues, then I would absolutely 100% recommend starting the series, because it is really amazing. Another thing that is really important to mention, especially if you're a Buffy fan, is that Joss Whedon is heavily involved in all of the comics, which for me as a Buffy fan is a really important thing. For those of you who don't know, he created Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show, and he's an amazing writer and director. He also directed a couple of movies, which I also really loved. So for me, just the fact that Joss was involved and still continues to be involved in the comics is a really big plus in my eyes. So I can't talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer without, of course, talking about the new book by Kirsten White called Slayer. As far as I know, it doesn't follow Buffy and her friends. It follows a whole new set of characters. And I know that this book is out, but I can't find it anywhere. Every time that I go to a bookstore, I look for the book and I can't find it anywhere. And this is not the first time something like this has happened for me. Living in Malaysia, sometimes things are a little bit later to come out here. So I thought maybe I'd have a look for the book on Audible, and it wasn't there either. So I'm just trying to be as patient as I can and wait for the book to be released in Malaysia. But as soon as it is, I'm definitely going to go out and buy it, because I'm really, really curious to see what they do, or what Kirsten White does with the new characters and how the story is and everything like that. I'm really, really excited to read it. I am a little bit nervous, obviously, being as big of a fan of the show and of the books and comics as I am, but I'm absolutely 100% on board and gonna give it a go. So as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna go out and get it. So there are also other comics available in the Buffy verse. There is Angel, and I think that there's comics dedicated to Spike and Drusilla. There's a whole bunch of the comics, but at the moment I'm gonna stick with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm going to try and get the next book, the next comic that comes out after this, which will be Season 9 Part 3, and I'm really, really excited to see how the story develops. So as I said, if you are a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like a hardcore fan, then please do let me know, because like I said, it is hard to meet people who really, really, really love Buffy as much as I do, and I would love to talk to you about all things Buffy if you are a fan, so please do comment and let me know. So that is it for today's video. Please stay tuned, because in a couple of days I'm going to be doing my monthly wrap-up for February. So I read some really, really good books in February, and I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.